Hello, it's Bill, the knee pain guru. Today we're going to talk about what is causing the back of your knee pain. This is very specific. In the back of the knee. We'll address that in just a moment. We will be answering questions. Let me turn on the live chat here. And if you have questions about what's going on with your knee, dealing with pain, diagnosis you received, dealing with doctors, physical therapy, physical therapists, put those in the comments section over on the side. Whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay of this, please leave the comments in there because I do look at all of them. I do respond to all of them. And if they're really good questions, good topics, I use them on future videos. So please engage because that is really the only way you're going to get out of pain. It's engagement. You need help. You need support. I don't want you to feel isolated and alone in dealing with it. Okay. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notifications for future videos because I do these twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, 9:55 a.m. So you don't want to miss those. So before we begin, I want to make sure no matter what you have going on with your knee, you go get a doctor's diagnosis first. It's important. Doctors play a crucial role. I know there's a lot of people on the internet giving advice, myself included, but it's important to understand we can't straighten up the living room until we turn on the lights. So if you don't know what you're dealing with your knee, like something could be broken or torn, we want to get that out of the way first. So first and foremost, get a doctor's diagnosis, and then we can develop a strategy in terms of moving forward and how to get you out of pain and then set up the conditions so your body can heal your knee. So there's that. So that's the big thing. We want to make sure nothing's broken or torn first to better understand the exact cause of knee pain. Once we understand that nothing's broken or torn, there's only one reason why your knee hurts. Back of the knee, front of the knee, side of the knee, inside of the knee, outside of the knee, kneecap, it doesn't matter. It's nerve irritation. Bottom line, end of story. You have tiny little nerves, the width of an eyelash, in your knee, being squeezed, sending a signal to your brain that you have pain. Once we understand that concept, and this is how getting out of knee pain gets so confusing, is because we get stuck in the diagnosis and we never really get to the source of what's causing the pain. Nerve irritation. Get the pressure off of the nerves, the knee starts feeling relief. Think of a splinter in your finger. We pull the splinter out of your finger. Now your finger has an opportunity to heal. When your knee experiences pain, it's squeezing, it's tensing up to protect itself. Once we begin to get the pressure off of that tension pattern that is going on in your knee, it gives the opportunity for your body to start healing what's going on in your knee. So we get the diagnosis, we understand that it's nerve irritation. We're talking about pain in the back of the knee. Then we have to learn how to get the pressure off of the nerves. So in the case of pain in the back of the knee, this was a cool little example that popped into my head this morning. It's going to take me just a second to get this hooked up, but think of this as the bones in your leg. Think of my fist as like the bones in your leg. This is the upper leg. This is the lower leg. Now you have the ligaments. We're going to hook these rubber bands around my fingers in a way that represent the ligaments in your knee. So now the back of my hands are the front of the knee. So the knee's bending this way. You can see when the knee bends how those ligaments are stretched in a certain way. When we have pain in the back of the knee, so we're talking about behind here, we either have a tension pattern going on where the tibia, the bone in the lower leg, tibia and or fibula, is shifted forward and the femur, the bone in the upper leg, is shifted back. So now we feel the pressure back here. Or we have just the opposite. We'll have the pain over here on the lower part of the leg, in back of the knee. So we can have pain in the back of the knee either above the knee joint in the back or below the knee joint in the back. This is commonly diagnosed as a Baker cyst, because what happens is when these bones shift, and they shift slightly, this is going to look normal on an X-ray, a CT scan, or an MRI. The doctor is not going to diagnose anything as really being wrong with the knee. You just have pain. So the knee is quote unquote normal, but you still have pain. Understanding these tension patterns of how these bones shift slightly, and we could talk about, it could only be like a millimeter or half a millimeter off, that will cause all of this pain either above the knee joint or below the knee joint in the back. When we begin to address these tension patterns in the ligaments, in the bones, what ends up happening is we can get those bones to begin to align up the way they're supposed to. Now, we don't have to conceptually know. We don't have to know anatomy. We don't have to know physiology. We don't have to know if it's a bone, a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, fluid, fascia, whatever it is. We don't need to know that. The only thing we need to know is how to create comfort in the knee. When we create comfort in the knee by getting the pressure off of the nerves, your knee joint then begins to relax. When it relaxes, the mechanisms come online in your neurology, in your body. You're hardwired with this innate knowledge and intuition for your body to be able to self-correct. That's the cool part about understanding how powerful comfort is, because you're aligning your body with your body's ability to heal. When you're experiencing pain, there's a disconnect. There's a misalignment of what's happening in the structure, bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments, fluid, fascia, with the nervous system. And the nervous system is telling you it hurts. That's where the pain comes from. So when we begin to put the physical body in alignment with itself, what ends up happening is the body will self-correct. You engage the reflexes. The very same reflexes, like when your doctor taps your knee with a hammer, you can't control it, your knee jumps, it fires 286 miles per hour, which is pretty cool. We have that level of technology hardwired into our bodies, and the body self-corrects. Now, there's lots of layers and levels to this. It's simple. The concept is simple. We create comfort, the body heals itself. But there's a lot of stuff we need to undo, because it wasn't like we showed up one day, we had knee pain. This has been going on for weeks, months, years of us ignoring what's going on in the knee, in the body, pushing through the pain, no gain. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Just do it, suck it up, push through. And what ends up happening is then finally, when we've ignored our physical body, what it needs for an extended period of time, finally it says, we're not going to deal with this anymore. We're going to create such a level of pain that you have to pay attention to what's going on. And until you understand what's going on, it's going to keep hurting and it's going to get worse. So in the case of pain behind the knee, we have those tension patterns that are going on in the knee joint of the bones shifted slightly. We could have a slight twist. We could have a slight twist in one forward or one backward. We can have it tilted slightly, so it would look like the inside of the knee hurts worse than the outside of the knee. So you kind of get an idea that we get out of the mentality that it's this diagnosis that's going to give us the solution. We use the diagnosis as a tool to get to a place of a deeper understanding of how to address the tension patterns that are going on in the knee to relieve the pain. We don't get stuck there. Okay, we have a bunch of people online. Nick says he knows. If you have questions, please ask those questions over here. That's really the only way to get to a deeper level of understanding, is to engage, ask those questions. Please ask those over on the side in the comments section if you're watching this live, and also if you're watching the replay of this, ask those questions there. I check out those questions and use those for future videos. Please give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, as well as turn on notifications so you know when I'm doing future videos, because I use these questions that I receive and the topics that I cover on future videos. So, solution. What do? Understanding how to get the pressure off of the nerves and working with the intrinsic movement, the tiny little movements. Gross motor movement, the knee bends and extends. Intrinsic movement is slight twisting, slight side to side, slight forward and back, slight apart and together, and slight tilting of the joint. That's where the nerve irritation comes in. And once we begin to work with that intrinsic movement and creating comfort by getting the pressure off of the nerves, now we switch neurological states and the body is going to be able to heal itself. It begins to set up the conditions so the body can heal itself. If you would like, you can head over to my website and take my 7-day knee pain reduction challenge, where I actually teach you how to work with one plane of motion, which is the rotation, on how to get the pressure off of the nerves and feel relief. 7 days worth of training. You really can't beat it. It's over at thekneepainguru.com. I'll put the link in the description here. Let's see. What does Nick says? Done PRP and I have done PRP and prolozone. Anything else that might help a torn meniscus? Nick, like what I was just talking about will help in terms of getting the pressure off of the nerves that are causing the irritation. You have to look at the location of the torn meniscus, the degree of tear, if there is pain. There's like multiple factors that you have to look into. Diet is going to help. Water is going to help. So there's a deeper question that, a deeper topic that opens up in terms of meniscus. Like, not all meniscus tears are created equal. Not all meniscus tears hurt. Some meniscus tears heal, as evidenced by your attempts for the PRP and the prolozone therapies. There's a track record of those being able to heal the torn meniscus. So I would need more information, and you giving that, it would be helpful. Also, like when it hurts, like does it hurt just standing? Does it hurt walking? Does it hurt sitting? Does it hurt just standing? These are all different tension patterns. And that's ultimately what pain boils down to, is the nerve irritation and the tension patterns that we have in our body as we move. So the more we create comfort in the physical body, in the joint, the more the joint relaxes, and it creates the space so the nerves won't be irritated, and so the body can begin to heal itself. If you have questions, please ask those in the comments section. And Nick, let me know. Did that address your question? It's my grandfather had he was one of those guys that you asked him what time it was and he'd tell you how to build a watch. But it's important to understand context, because if you're not empowered with the knowledge and understanding of the bigger picture of what you're trying to deal with and get to get yourself out of pain, then you're just kind of stuck on a hamster wheel that you really don't go anywhere. So it's important to build a broader picture to understand the landscape of what you're dealing with so you can choose the path for yourself. Because getting out of knee pain is not, there isn't a cookie cutter approach. There's a unique approach because everybody's body, every knee pain that each person is dealing with is going to be slightly different because there's different nerves, different parts of the knee. We have different bodies. We have different tension patterns. We have different eating habits and lifestyles and exercise programs and how we take care of ourselves. So it's important to take those factors into consideration to see what we need to begin to tweak and adjust, what we need to tweak and adjust to find the path out of pain. And like I said, it's going to be unique. So Nick, he says, yes, it did help. Great. But it hurts when biking. So my next question is, do you have toe clips or clipless pedals when you bike? Do you focus on making circles or do you just push down? Does it hurt when you just push down or does it hurt when you pull up? Is it your right knee? Is it your left knee? So you can see we need more information. We continue to need more information. And that's where there's challenges with the conventional medical model because it tries to put people into boxes. And it's like, just do these leg extensions, leg curls, and leg raises, and then we'll hope you're out of pain on the other side. And that's not how it works. Because everybody's body is different, because we need a different approach based on what's going on in your body, we need to figure that out. Okay, Jayant says, please help my back knees pains. Okay, go over to my website, thekneepainguru.com. Here, I'll drop the link in here and go over to the website. Take the 7-day, excuse me, I've had this irritating cough. Okay. Nancy, Bill, along with nutrition, have you heard of a supplement called serapeptase for inflammation? I think I have. I'm not totally sure. If I can avoid using supplements, I will. I'd rather see how my body can heal. You can address inflammation. There's lots of simple ways of addressing inflammation. For instance, intermittent fasting can address inflammation in the body. At the end of a shower, turning it on cold and letting the cold water stream over your body reduces inflammation. Cutting out sugar reduces inflammation. So there are simple things that can be done before we start taking supplements to see if that works. And then if we don't have enough with those simple things, then we can begin to use the supplements as the support the body needs to continue that. Does that make sense, Nancy? Let me know. If you have questions, please ask those in the comments section. Give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends, especially those who limp. They'll appreciate you. And turn on notifications because I do these videos twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays, 9:55 a.m. Eastern Time. I've learned it works well with magnesium. Interesting. I may have to look into that. Cool. I'm a big proponent of magnesium. Like baseline as humans, we're pretty magnesium deficient. So I use it on a daily basis and I don't necessarily have pain. It helps me sleep. It helps my body relax. It helps just general relaxing the body. Magnesium is a laxative, so it helps just in a day-to-day stuff. So I have not heard of magnesium in conjunction with the serapeptase for inflammation, but usually when something gets presented to me like that, then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll check it out. So thank you. If you have any, Nancy, if you have any information, more information about that, like where you're getting your information from, please share that link in the comments section. That would be helpful. Because I'm in terms of getting out of knee pain, I'm pretty much a minimalist. Like there's some basic things that we can get in alignment with our body that can get the body out of pain very quickly. And a lot of times we can run down rabbit holes of new technologies and supplementation and different things that can actually confuse it and slow down the process of the body healing. When we shift the neurological state and get the body in a position of comfort, we're already getting it, reducing the pain. And that streamlines the process, and everything else on the other side of that is in support of the correct neurological state for the body to be able to heal. If you have questions, please ask those on the side over there. And if not, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Well, okay. Thank you all very much for being here. I appreciate you very much. Appreciate the questions from Nick, Nancy, and Jayant. HACRIS.com is the website. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate that. Okay. Head over to my website. Take my 7-day knee pain reduction challenge. Begin to learn how to get the pressure off of the nerves in your knee. Ask questions if you have them. I will continue to see those throughout the day. Next video is going to be on Monday, the 25th. We'll have our next video. So make sure you turn on notifications, like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I will see you on the next video.